Welcome friends, welcome back to the kitchen, welcome back to Cocktails After Dark. Today we're going to do a cocktail out of this tiny little cocktail book. It's called Drinks as They Are Mixed by Leading Bartenders. This was published in 1904 and it's in this little tiny format because it's meant to be put in your pocket of your vest pocket as you're bartending. It's meant for working bartenders and it's indexed, it's laid out. I was going to say like an old phone book, but probably there's very few people that would understand what I'm talking about. And the recipe that I'm going to do is called the Trilby, and I've chosen this recipe completely because it uses two ingredients that are difficult to get. One of them is calisaya, and it is a cinchona-based bitter type liqueur, and the other is acid phosphate, which was used a lot in this time period, both in cocktails and at the pharmacy soda counter. Acid phosphate was used in a lot of sodas, and it is essentially phosphoric acid in a slightly different form. So we're going to start off with the acid phosphate, and so I'm going to make two cocktails. 1, 2, 3 dashes, 1, 2, 3 dashes. Next is orange bitters, same amount, although they dash completely differently. And so I'm using Kinsip orange bitters. Kinsip is a distillery about an hour east of where we live here in Ontario. Bitters is a category that has exploded over the last 10 years. 20 years ago, the only bitters that we could get here really were Angostura. We went through a period after Prohibition where bitters sort of disappeared. There were only 1 or 2 big brands left. But now there's so many, and they all bring something different. Choosing a different type of bitters will bring a lot of difference to your cocktails. It's a category worth exploring to try and find what flavor really works for you. Complete opposite end of the spectrum is calisaya. I think there's only 1 or 2 brands left on the planet that still make this particular liqueur. This one's made in Washington State, very limited distribution. It was very hard for me to get my hands on this bottle, and I've been trying to use it sparingly, but it is something I really enjoy. Okay, so same amount in both. Now we get to the whiskey. I'm going to use Canadian Club, 100% rye whiskey, because at the time of the publishing of this book, it would have been one of the whiskeys available to bartenders. And the other whiskey I'm going to use is this Dillon's. This, again, is a local craft whiskey, 100% rye, made about an hour southwest of where we live. And so we get the same amount of that. Ice. And stir. Okay. Got some glasses chilling down. And so this is Canadian Club. There are no garnishes. This little cocktail book is not big on garnishes. There's several cocktails in this book where it just tells the bartender to sit down the bottle and a bottle of seltzer water and let the customer serve themselves. Okay, and this one is the Dillon's. Complete color difference.
Hey friends, hey Glenn.
Hey Jules. So
We are very different.
So the color difference.
So I'm going to just guess, just color.
Yeah,
Dillon's.
Dillon's.
Canadian Club.
One of the vagaries of Canadian whiskey is that they are allowed to add caramel coloring. So I would think, just based on the color, that Dillon's comes out of the barrel that color.
As is.
And the Canadian Club, as a giant international brand, probably adds some coloring.
It would need to be consistent.
To
it
make-
needs to
to
have
make it
a
consistent,
very
yeah.
consistent look, no
Yeah.
matter where it sits on in
This-
any, you know.
This is a numbered bottle, numbered batch. This is batch number 6, right? So Dillon's accepts that from batch to batch, it's going to be different.
All right, but
okay.
we are here to drink.
We're here to drink. So,
Doesn't have a big smell.
no, there's no huge nose, but
This one's got a big flavor though.
huge. It swells. It swells. So right at the beginning, I thought, oh, there's not much to it, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, because you expect a big smell, but
Yeah.
a big smell. Anyway,
but it doesn't.
aroma, but no. Lemon also has a big flavor, but
Yeah.
slightly different.
Different. Well, so there you go. Favorite pastime of the cocktail commenter on YouTube is you're using the wrong alcohol. You're not using my favorite.
That one seems slightly sweeter.
Yes. Choose the whiskey that you like. And in this case, I'd have to say they're both really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be happy with either of them.
yeah,
The
yeah.
difference is very subtle, but there
Yeah.
is a slight difference.
Give me either one and I'd be happy. You are correct. The Canadian Club is a little bit sweeter. This one is a little sharper to me. But still,
There's a lot of flavor in there. It's very
huge
nice.
flavor.
What is it called? You haven't told me.
Oh, it's called the Trilby,
Like the hat.
like the hat.
Like that. Okay, there you go.
I mean, a Trilby's like a fedora, right? It's like a fedora.
Yeah, it's
like a dress
flat,
down.
It's like a flat with a.
Oh, and anyway,
Look it up.
look it up. So, yeah, I'm digging this. Now,
I feel like I should have worn my hat. Not that I have a trilby, but you know.
for you at home, I hope that you live somewhere that they will ship Calisea to you. We do not. And acid phosphate is made by a guy that I know down towards London or Guelph. So you can order this from his website called Extinct Chemical Company. And he makes a bunch of different chemicals that were in use at soda fountains in the 1800s, but also in use in cocktails in the 18 and 1900s. So this is a difficult one for you to source. If you can find the things, I think it's worth it. I think I really like this one. And now it's down to trying it with other whiskeys and bourbons and seeing how it shakes out with different flavors.
I'm in.
Okay, thanks for stopping by. Give this one a try. See you again soon.